Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to take a slight detour from building to dive into probably one of the most important Terraform concepts, the Terraform State. So let's go ahead and let's get started. All right, so here we are. As you can see, we've got all of our resources that we've deployed so far. And you may have noticed this terraform.state file and this terraform.tfstate backup file. Let's take a look in them and see what we're looking at. So if you open it up, and let me go ahead and preface with under very, very, very few circumstances should you ever modify this state manually. There are specialized commands for making state changes and things. So for the most part, one, you probably shouldn't have direct access to it. It should be stored remotely. But two, don't go around and start changing things in this state. It's not the right way to manage your resources. With that being said, let's take a look. As you can see, each state has a version. It specifies the Terraform version. It's got a serial number, a lineage, a lot of really good information to help you understand which state you're dealing with. And every time the state is modified, it actually creates a backup. As you can see here, it's got a serial of 1. So once we run a Terraform apply or destroy again, the Terraform state will be backed up with this Terraform state information, and a new terraform.tf state will be created. So as you look through our state here, you can see a lot of very familiar attributes. Right here, we've got our Azure RM resource group with a name. Then you've got the provider there also. And then under that, we've got ID, location, name, tags, etc., etc. And as you scroll down, you'll see we also have our virtual network here. So that's pretty cool. And all of that, of course, is exactly what was deployed within Azure. So let's take a look at a better way to see what we need to see in our state. Because again, typically speaking, you're not going to store your state locally. You're going to send it off to some sort of other storage. Some people with AWS store it in S3. You can store it in Terraform's cloud. You can store it in services such as Spacelift and more. So let's go ahead. I'm going to close this file. Let's bring this up just a little bit. And let's go ahead and run a Terraform state list. All right, so that's an easy way to see all of the resources we have. And then if we want more details about what's in those resources, we can run a Terraform state show. And then we just utilize one of these resources. So I can just copy this, paste it in, and hit enter. And there we go. So now we get the information from that resource. And now if we want to see the entire state, we actually just run a Terraform show. So keep that in mind. Terraform show will show you all of the state, as you can see here. And then Terraform state show is how you view specific resources, just like so. So if we take a look at the docs here, there's actually a good bit that you can read through. I strongly suggest you get very, very familiar with it. We're actually going to be going through a few of the other features of the state throughout the course, but this was a good, quick run through of how to utilize a state. And once again, we'll be checking in every so often to make some modifications to that state. All right, so go ahead and mark this lesson complete. Come on back to the next one and let's continue the course.